Have you ever wanted to feel the touch of a woman so bad that you're willing to lie, make up stories, forge evidence, and completely ruin people's lives? Yeah, me neither. So, Pokimane recently came out about how a coworker she knows has been using her as an excuse to get women. He would make up lies saying that him and Pokimane were together, and that being with her made him want to unalive himself in real life, which is just insane to go through all that just to get pictures of women. Like, he knows the internet exists, right? And that there are people in those professions, and that you don't need to become a James Bond villain just to see stuff. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Let's just watch the video.
Um, I am intentionally making this vague and not saying the person's name because I don't want people to track it back to these girls as they would prefer to remain anonymous. And I understand it's our decision to bring this to light or to the public, but I still ask that you please respect our wishes and not try to dig into the situation or guess who it is. Essentially, someone that I and many streamers have been working with for years, someone who was also employed at a large company in the industry, has targeted and manipulated girls, specifically in my community, by falsifying a romantic and sexual relationship with me, leaking privileged information he gathered from his job, as well as threatening to harm himself if these girls turned against him.
Actual villain behavior.
To my face, this person was always very professional and kind. He is well networked in the industry. He knows many streamers. He has helped us with many things. This was someone that we were genuinely grateful for their help. That is, until a few months ago, a few girls in my community came forward to me with some concerns and asked to speak to my manager. So basically, he would reach out to girls that he knew were like in my chat or viewers of mine. He would approach them, and because of his connections with streamers and the company he worked at, he seemed like a very trustworthy individual. He would then tell the girls that he's suicidal and deals with mental health issues, which of course would garner him a lot of sympathy.
Kind of sounds like he tried to take the mini ladder out, where he tried to blame mental illness and problems for bad things he did, which is insane.
Would start sharing these photoshopped Discord conversations with me. Like, he would share it with them, but they were of me and him. I've never hung out with them, let alone had any relationship with past, talking about only work-related things. I did not have sexual relations with this man.
Ha, that was a meme.
He laid this groundwork over months and months. Like, he's been doing this for basically the 2 years that I've known or worked with him every now and then. He claimed that his relationship with me made him suicidal, and he used this to make the girls feel like they couldn't turn their backs on him and to think that, like, I was an evil person. He told elaborate stories of our alleged sexual encounters in detail to girls that are like in my community, things that obviously never occurred. He created fake screenshots as evidence, Discord logs. He would use like inappropriate photos, like nudes that weren't of me, and he would send them to the girls and say that it was me.
I wonder if this is like another Atrioc situation where they use like a software to put Pokimane's face onto other people. Because anyone can have a picture of someone's body and say it's someone. Like, it's better if you have like proof of face, so I wonder if they use software to do that. Or if they just did, yeah, I have EDP445's nudes. You want to see? Here. And it's just this.
Afterwards, he would then try to develop romantic and sexual relationships with these girls. After gaining their trust, he would hit on them, offer to fly them out, meet up in person, buy them gifts.
Damn. A true gentleman.
Ask for inappropriate photos of them after sending them fake inappropriate photos of me. Like, it is truly some of the most disgusting and deplorable behavior that I've ever fucking heard of. And you guys know I've seen some shit. And it was also really bothersome to me to find out about all of this and be told, well, yeah, there's really not much that you can do. There's no legal course that I can really take, even though this has caused so much harm to so many people. I also want to add that using mental health or suicide as a way to manipulate others or threatening to harm yourself in order to control someone is absolutely not okay.
She spin facts. Write this down, Craig. You cracker.
And if anyone out there ever experiences this, please do not face it alone. Please reach out to someone. If these girls didn't end up talking to each other and piecing together the fact that he was lying, I don't know what could have happened. But to those that care for me and to those in my community, I want to share my perspective a bit. Or do I? It's like one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about it was in hopes that it could help me and the girls that he manipulated like move on from this. I wanted to talk about this in hopes that it could help me and the girls that he manipulated move on from this. When I first found out, which was a while ago, I basically like fully went numb and I just went into like problem solving mode. Like, how do we remove this person from the position of power that he holds? How do we help the victims? What do we do to make this right? As I mentioned earlier, it was quite a while ago, and the investigation took so fucking long, and the whole time I had to pretend like everything was okay so that he wouldn't find out about it.
So this whole time, this man has been playing checkers, and Pokimane and her team were playing chess. That's funny.
And my numbness slowly turned into anger. Just anger that someone would use my name, my reputation, my trust, and the trust that these girls had in me to then manipulate them for his own benefit. It's just so fucking disgusting. It's more than disgusting. It's evil. And then my anger turned into sadness. But I held on to the thought that everything would be okay after the investigation completed. And it did finish, and he was fired. And I planned on never talking about it and just letting it pass. But with time, I realized, like, that feeling of satisfaction or healing never really came. I don't feel like I'm over it. He got fired and disappeared, and that's all. Like, it doesn't undo the trauma that these girls endured over months or years, or the distrust that this incident has forced upon me.
And you'll really never know if he'll keep doing it or he'll stop, because now that he's not part of a company, he doesn't really have to worry about anything, so he could keep doing it, which is insane.
And I went to these girls and I told them how I was feeling, and I was kind of relieved to hear the same thing from them, like a lack of closure, a weird feeling of uncertainty, which is why we wanted to speak about it. And they said that they hoped that hearing me talk about it publicly would make them feel better too. On top of that, the off chance that there are any other victims out there hearing this, they would know that they can reach out to us. And sorry. I really hope that this does make us feel better, because up until now, it has just felt like emotionally tiring work.
So the video basically ends there, and I do feel bad for the girls in this situation. It was a terrible thing that happened, but it happens. It's now just a new thing to look out for, I guess. So, yeah. Bye.